You've been shopping at Lidl all wrong. What I'm about to reveal will slash your weekly shopping bill, unlock hidden bargains the staff don't even tell you about, and transform every trip to your local Lidl. These are secrets I've learned from 15 years of shopping there, and trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never walk those aisles the same way again. You're overpaying for brands. Here's the proof. Lidl's own brand stuff is brilliant value, but here's what they don't advertise. Many of their own brand products are made in the exact same factories as the big brands. That deluxe range? Often manufactured by major food companies who just slap a different label on it. Your £1.29 each. Lidl yogurt might be coming off the same production line as the £2.50 branded one in Tesco. The way to spot this is by checking the address of the manufacturer on the back of the packaging. If you see the same factory location on a Lidl product and a branded product, there's a very good chance it's the same thing in different packaging. I've found Lidl chocolate that's made in the same factory as Lindt, tinned tomatoes from the same place as Napolina, and cleaning products that are identical to the expensive brands. The quality's the same, sometimes it's even the same recipe, but you're paying half the price because there's no marketing budget or brand premium. Do your research, compare the labels, and you'll never waste money on branded goods again. The deluxe range especially. That's where Lidl competes directly with premium brands and often wins on both quality and price. The secret to never throwing away stale bread again. Here's something most people miss entirely. Lidl's bakery items are baked fresh throughout the day, and if you time it right, you get them still warm from the oven. But that's not the hack. The hack is this. Buy the bakery items that are about to close to their best before time, take them home, and freeze them immediately. They'll keep for months and taste fresh when you defrost them. Those packs of 4 croissants for 89p? Buy 3 packs when they're reduced to 45p, freeze them, and you've got breakfast sorted for weeks. The sourdough loaves, the seeded batches, the French sticks, all of them freeze beautifully. I slice my bread before freezing so I can just pull out what I need. You can even freeze the pastries and pain au chocolat, then warm them in the oven straight from frozen for 10 minutes. Tastes like you've just bought them. The savings stack up fast. If you're spending £8 a week on bakery items at full price, this trick gets you the same amount for £3. That's £20 saved every month, over £200 a year. And here's a bonus. The bakery staff sometimes put aside items they know won't sell by end of day. Build a rapport with them. Ask nicely if there's anything going spare at closing time, and you might walk away with bags of pastries for next to nothing. Get exclusive deals by shopping at this exact time. Thursday mornings between 8 AM and 10 AM, write that down. That's when Lidl's legendary middle aisle restocks for the weekend. You know that middle aisle, the one that's got everything from power tools to ski gear to garden furniture? Thursday morning is when the good stuff hits the shelves, and if you wait until Saturday, you're getting the picked over leftovers. I've seen people queue outside on Thursday mornings for the special buys, and they're not daft. They know what they're doing. Whether it's those brilliant £29.99 pressure washers that had cost you £80 in B&Q, or the heated blankets that sell out in hours every winter, Thursday morning is when you strike. The staff are still putting things out, which means you can sometimes spot boxes that haven't even made it to the shelf yet. Be polite, ask if you can grab one, and 9 times out of 10 they'll let you. I've furnished half my garden with Lidl special buys, saved myself hundreds, and it's all because I know to shop Thursday mornings. Plus, the store's quiet. None of that weekend chaos where you're fighting through crowds just to reach the milk. When to strike for the best Lidl bargains every day? Right, let's start with the big one, the yellow sticker reduction times. Most people think it's random, but it's not. Every Lidl has a pattern, and once you crack it, you're laughing. The first wave of reductions usually happens around 7 PM, but that's when everyone's looking. The real treasure hunt starts at 8:30 PM, when they do the second round of markdowns. That's when you see 75% off instead of 30%. Here's what nobody tells you. The reduction times vary by department. The bakery gets reduced around 7 PM because bread doesn't keep. The fresh meat and fish counter? that's your 8 p.m. reduction. The ready meals and sandwiches, they'll mark those down anywhere between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m, depending on how quickly they're shifting. I've picked up £15 worth of premium steaks for £3.75, fresh salmon for under £2, and enough bakery items to fill the freezer for pennies. The trick is becoming a regular so you learn your store's exact pattern. Pop in at different times over a week. Clock when the staff are walking around with the pricing guns and you've cracked the code. Some stores even do morning reductions around 9 a.m. for items that expire that day. Perfect if you're planning to use them immediately. Why Lidl's budget wines taste anything but cheap? Lidl's wine section is secretly one of the best in Britain for the price. They've won awards, they've beaten wines 3 times the price in blind tastings, and most people have no idea. The trick is knowing which ones to buy and when to stock up. First rule, ignore anything over £7 a bottle unless it's a special occasion. Lidl's sweet spot is £4.50 to £6.50, and that's where you find wines that had cost £10 to £15 in Waitrose. Look for the award stickers. If it's won a gold medal or been rated highly, grab it. The French reds from the Côte du Rhône are consistently brilliant. The Spanish Riojas are cracking value, and the Proseccos as good as stuff twice the price. When they do their wine events, usually a few times a year with themed weeks like Italian or South American wines, that's when you bulk buy. Stock up on cases, keep them under the stairs, and you've got good wine on tap for months. Here's the insider secret. The wines at the end of aisles during special promotions are often reduced because Lidl bought too much, or they're clearing space for the next promotion. I've picked up £7 wines for £3.99, and they've been absolutely fine. If you're having people round, serve Lidl wine and don't tell them where it's from. They'll be impressed, and you've spent a tenner instead of 40 quid. Frozen groceries you didn't know Lidl mastered. Lidl's freezer section is massively underrated. People think frozen means lower quality, but that's nonsense. Frozen vegetables are often more nutritious than fresh because they're frozen at peak ripeness and they're a fraction of the price. But here's the trick most people miss. Buy Lidl's frozen fish, prawns, and seafood instead of fresh. The quality's excellent, there's zero waste, and you can cook it straight from frozen. A bag of frozen prawns is about £3 and does 3 meals. Fresh prawns would cost you double that, and you'd have to use them immediately. Same with the frozen fish fillets. They're portioned, individually wrapped, and you just take out what you need. I've got a freezer stocked with Lidl frozen goods, and it means I can throw together a proper meal in 20 minutes without having to pop to the shops. The frozen fruit's brilliant too. Bags of berries for smoothies, frozen mango chunks, all cheaper than fresh and they don't go off. Here's another trick. Lidl's ready meals in the freezer section are genuinely decent, and they're about £1.50 each. Keep a few in the freezer for those nights when you can't be bothered to cook. It's cheaper than a takeaway, healthier, and you're not eating beans on toast again. The key is using your freezer strategically. Batch cook when you've got time, freeze portions, buy frozen basics from Lidl, and you'll cut your weekly shop bill by 20% easily. Right, if you're learning things here that are going to save you serious money, do me a favour and hit that like button. Drop a comment telling me which Lidl is your local. I want to see which store gets the most shout-outs, and make sure you're subscribed because I've got loads more money-saving tips coming your way. Now let's get back to it, because the next tips are absolute gold. How you're overpaying by not looking down. Supermarkets place the expensive stuff at eye level because that's what you see first. Lidl's no different. But here's the thing. The best value items are almost always on the bottom shelf or the top shelf, where they're hoping you won't bother looking. Get into the habit of scanning the entire shelf, not just what's right in front of your face. I've found bigger packs with better unit prices on the bottom shelf, value ranges tucked away where you'd never spot them, and often the basics like rice, pasta, and tinned goods are down low. The premium, overpriced stuff, eye level, every time. This works especially well in the cleaning products aisle. The fancy branded stuff is at eye level, but crouch down and you'll find Lidl's own brand that does the exact same job for a third of the price. Same with toiletries. The expensive shampoos and shower gels are front and centre, but the budget-friendly CN range is hiding on the bottom shelf, and it's just as good. Train yourself to scan high and low every time you're looking for something, and you'll consistently find better deals than the people who just grab what's in front of them. Can an app really cut your shopping bill? Yes. Most people don't even know Lidl has an app, which is mad because it's a goldmine. Download the Lidl Plus app right now. It's free and it takes 2 minutes to set up. Once you've got it, here's the trick. The digital coupons refresh every week, and if you actually scroll through them, you'll find personalised offers based on what you buy regularly. But here's the clever bit. You can activate coupons before you shop, and they'll automatically apply at the till when you scan your app. I'm talking 20% off meat, £2 off when you spend £20, free products when you buy certain items. The app also gives you scratch cards every time you shop. I've won free croissants, money off vouchers, even a £10 credit once. The thing is, Lidl's not shouting about this because they'd rather you didn't use it. But the savings add up fast. I'm easily saving £5 to £10 every shop just by spending 30 seconds activating coupons before I leave the house. The app also shows you the weekly offers before they hit the store, so you can plan your shopping list around what's on special. And those digital receipts? Brilliant for keeping track of your spending without a wallet full of paper. Get surprise meals for pennies with this Lidl secret. Lidl partners with the Too Good To Go app, which means you can buy a magic bag of surplus food at the end of the day for about £3.30, and you'll get £10 to £15 worth of stuff. But here's what most people don't realise. Not all Lidl stores do it, and the ones that do release their bags at very specific times. Download the Too Good To Go app, favourite your local Lidl stores, and turn on notifications. The bags usually drop between 7 PM and 8 PM, and they sell out in minutes. You have to be quick, I mean properly quick. Set an alarm, be ready to book, and you'll snag yourself a bag full of bakery items, ready meals, fresh produce, whatever they couldn't shift that day. I've had bags with £20 worth of food in them. All perfectly good, just because the best before date is that day or the next. It's an absolute bargain, and you're reducing food waste at the same time. Some stores are more generous than others with what they put in the bags. Your best bet is to try a few different Lidl locations and see which one consistently gives the best value. Once you find a good one, stick with it. The powerful psychology trick to control spending. Here's a trick that sounds simple, but it's a game changer. Use cash instead of your card. Withdraw your weekly shopping budget in cash. Take only that amount with you, and when it's gone, it's gone. You can't overspend because you physically haven't got the money. This works because handing over cash feels more real than tapping a card. You see the money leaving your hand, your brain registers it as a loss, and you're more careful about what you're buying. When you're tapping a card, it's just a number on a screen. Doesn't feel real until you check your bank account and panic. I know plenty of people who've cut their shopping bills by 20 to 30% just by switching to cash, because it forces them to prioritise and make conscious decisions about every item in the trolley. Another checkout trick: pack your own bags and do it slowly. I know Lidl checkouts are famous for being rapid fire, but take your time packing. It gives you a chance to look at what you've bought and question whether you really need that third bag of crisps or the impulse chocolate bar. Sometimes I've put things back at the checkout because seeing them all together made me realise I'd gone overboard. The staff won't rush you. They've already scanned your stuff, you've paid, you're just packing. Take your time, pack properly, so nothing gets squashed, and use those few moments to reflect on your purchases. Supermarkets use psychological pricing to make you spend more, and Lidl's no different. Things are priced at £1.99 instead of £2 because your brain sees the one first and thinks it's cheaper than it really is. But once you're aware of this trick, you can counter it. Round up every price in your head as you shop. That £3.99 item, call it £4. That £7.49 bottle of wine, that's £7.50. Add it up as you go, rounding up each time, and you'll have a realistic idea of what you're spending. Most people underestimate because they're unconsciously rounding down, then they get to the till and it's more than they expected. By rounding up, you'll either be bang on or you'll have a pleasant surprise when it's slightly less than you calculated. Also, watch out for the meal deal psychology. Lidl will price things so that buying 3 items together seems like a bargain, but check the individual prices first. Sometimes the meal deal is genuinely good value. Other times you're buying extra stuff you don't need just because your brain sees meal deal and assumes it's saving money. Do the maths yourself every time and you'll spot when they're trying to trick you into spending more. The same goes for multi-buy offers. 3 for £5. Sounds great until you realise you only needed 1 and you've just spent £5 instead of £1.89. Plan your year's shopping with this simple calendar. Lidl operates on a very predictable seasonal cycle, and if you learn it, you can plan your big purchases around when things are cheapest. January and February? That's when they clear winter stock and you get massive discounts on things like heated blankets, winter coats and heaters. March and April? Garden furniture and outdoor stuff starts appearing. Summer is when you'll find BBQ equipment, camping gear and outdoor toys at their cheapest because everyone's buying them. But the real bargains come in late August when they're clearing summer stock to make room for autumn. That's when I buy my BBQ supplies and outdoor furniture for the next year. September and October bring the tools and DIY equipment, perfect for winter projects. November's when the Christmas stuff appears, but wait until mid-December for the best reductions on decorations and Christmas food that's not selling as fast as they expected. By knowing this calendar, you can buy things when they're cheapest and store them until you need them. I bought a £200 garden furniture set in September for £80 because they were clearing space for winter stock. Sat in my shed all winter, came out in spring, good as new. That's the kind of saving you make when you understand Lidl's seasonal patterns. Keep a note on your phone of what you need throughout the year, then buy it when the price drops in the clearance periods. Don't shop blind, use local deal alerts. Here's a modern trick that's transformed how I shop. Join your local Lidl Facebook groups or community pages. People post in real time when they spot yellow sticker bargains, when special buys have arrived, when there are unexpected reductions. It's like having dozens of personal shoppers scouting deals for you. I'm in 3 different groups for Lidl stores near me, and the information shared there has saved me hundreds. Someone posts that the Silvercrest heated blankets are in stock. I can get there before they sell out. Someone spots fillet steaks reduced to £4. I know to check my local store. Someone finds a pricing error where something's been marked wrong. We all benefit before it gets corrected. It's brilliant community knowledge sharing, and it costs you nothing to join. The other benefit is people review the special buys honestly. If something from the middle aisle is rubbish, they'll say so, and you can avoid wasting your money. If something's unexpectedly brilliant, you'll hear about it. I bought a Lidl pressure washer 3 years ago based on Facebook group recommendations, and it's still going strong. Saved me buying a £100 Karcher. These groups are also where you'll find out about upcoming special buys before they hit the stores, so you can plan ahead. Join them today, turn on notifications, and watch your savings grow. Being friendly at Lidl pays off in big savings. Final tip, and this is about playing the long game. Become a regular at your local Lidl. Learn the staff names, have a chat when it's quiet, be pleasant and patient even when it's busy. That kind of loyalty and kindness gets rewarded in unexpected ways. I've had staff tell me when special buys are arriving before they're advertised. I've had them put reduced items aside because they know I come in for them. I've had them give me insider tips on what's worth buying and what to avoid. When you're a regular face who's always polite, the staff go the extra mile for you. It's basic human nature. We help people we like. This isn't about gaming the system or manipulating anyone. It's about being a decent person and building genuine relationships with the people who work there. The staff at Lidl work incredibly hard for not enough money, and a bit of kindness from customers makes their day better. Ask them how they are, say thank you. Don't be that person who's rude or impatient. What goes around comes around, and in practical terms, it means better service, insider knowledge, and occasionally being looked after when there's a bargain to be had. I've been shopping at the same Lidl for 8 years now. I know half the staff by name, and that relationship has saved me money and made shopping there genuinely pleasant. That's worth more than any discount. 14 game-changing tips that'll transform how you shop at Lidl. save you hundreds every month, and turn you into the smartest shopper in the store. From yellow sticker timing to secret bargains, you're now armed with everything you need. Hit that subscribe button and watch the next video on screen for even more money-saving secrets. Happy shopping?